Hey everybody, I got another video for you, and in this one I want to talk specifically about the Osia 2 implant. As you've seen probably from my previous videos, I have Menieres disease, I have single-sided deafness on my left ear. I can't hear a single thing. It's been almost about a year now, and I got surgery on October 30th, 2024 at the VA over in Vermont, White River Junction. Anyway, my otologist recommended a few options to me, from everything from a cochlear implant to a BAHA or a bone assisted hearing aid. And I sat on it probably for a few months. If you're like me, hopefully you're taking your time thinking about, like, well, what can I do to hear again? Like, what are the steps? How deep do I want to go? And some surgeries are more invasive than others. I sat with this for probably about 8 months before I went to my doctor and I said, I'm in, let's do this. And once I said that, I had about a 2-month leeway before the surgery, took place. I went up, I met the doctor a couple times. We discussed further options, kind of discussed like what my goals were, what I wanted to get out of it and everything else. And long story short, I went up there and I did the implant last year. I probably took me about 2 years through the entire process before, the doctor even recommended anything for me. We tried all kinds of things to bring my hearing back, and it just never happened. So I went up there, and it was probably like maybe 4 hours total, like from the time I checked in to the time I basically woke up, and they were like, you're good to go. Maybe it wasn't even that long. Well, either way, I went home and I had a big cup over the site of the scar. And, it really hurt the first couple days. Once the pain, went down a little bit, I was able to, kind of recover. I couldn't use it for 6 weeks. So the first 6 weeks, I didn't even have it turned on. Yeah, it's one of those things that you just got to hope for the best and hope that the doctor has already gave you a soft band, hope that you have some good options. I had a really great doctor, and he saw me through the whole thing, beginning, answered questions, whether I had an email or a silly question, all the way up to the surgery. And then after the surgery, they were so good. I healed up in, a few months. I was pretty good. Once they turned it on, about 6 weeks after I got the surgery, it was very interesting. So they give you this little thing, this little disc, and underneath your skin, you have like a little implant. It feels like a weird looking cross, or the little symbol from Prince, or the artist formerly known as Prince. That little symbol there has that little shape underneath this. And then you get the little scar behind your ear, and it looks like a half moon. It's actually not that bad. I asked my doctor if he would throw in a few extra like micro stitches to keep the scar down, and he did. And honestly, the scar looks pretty good. And the disc isn't that bad. Now, a few things to consider if you're trying to get this thing. The magnet here, it sticks to your skin. Can you deal with that? Like, I mean, it's an interesting like conversation starter. My biggest fear is losing it in the middle of Walmart though. So I try to really only use this if I really need to. I just keep it on my desk at home, and it's good enough for around the house or if we get company over. I only need it if maybe there's a few voices in the room. It helps kind of, clear things up a little bit. I don't have to read lips so hard. There's a lot of things that this thing has really helped out with. I think the biggest thing that this thing has helped with is being in Walmart and my wife constantly walking on my left side, testing me, testing whether I can hear her or not. And now I don't need to be tested anymore. I know if she's on my left side, and I can say hi instead of what. That's nice. This little device, you can get 4 levels of magnets. Now, they did let me take my little tool home so I could change out the magnet. I have level 1 and level 2. Level 1 is like if I got a fresh shave on my head and I'm not going to be doing like some heavy walking or anything like that. Level 2 is right where I want to be. Level 2 sticks to my head, and I don't have to worry too much. Like, it's not going anywhere. Unless I'm like playing sports or something, which I'm not. Like, that's pretty good. I don't really want to go past 3, because then I'm feeling like the magnet and the metal underneath the skin is squishing the skin. And that I've been warned that, a lot of wear and tear in those spots can leave scabs, thinning of the skin. I don't want any of that trouble. So I really try to minimize when I'm using this, because I don't want any like spots and scabs. I mean, call me self-conscious, I don't know, but at the end of the day, this is a kind of a big commitment. Now, I did ask the doc, can you take it out? And he said, yeah, except I can't take out the 4mm titanium spike. He said, what happens is I put it in and then the bone grows around it. So you can't, you can't just take that out without like taking your skull with it. So I said, hey, I'll keep the spike, I mean, if things go bad. The nice thing though is, because it's just like a silicone strip with like a metal ring where this thing, magnetizes itself, this can be upgraded. Like, there's going to be better processors in the future. And I don't need to upgrade the device underneath my scalp. I just need to upgrade this. So non-invasive, it only has to be done once. Honestly, since the surgery, I felt great. I mean, I can tell the scar. The worst thing that I've had to deal with, if you're like me and you shave your head, like, you have to be very careful. You need to go over the implant area because it kind of has corners under the skin. And if you're cruising with the razor, you can nip one of those corners and you'll be bleeding out. You'll be screaming for a medic in the shower, you don't want any trouble. So go nice and easy. And there might be some high points in your scar too. So you might not even be able to like save yourself. You're going to get it, there's going to be some blood. But I mean, that's the worst of it, At least you can hear again in the ear. You might be asking, well, why didn't you go with a cochlear implant? And I can tell you, I didn't go with a cochlear implant simply because I didn't want to put the metal rod between the mastoid muscle in there. Because he said, once you put in the little rod, the little, little sticky-do, well, you can't take it out. It's in those nerves permanently. And I dream of a day that I take IPM 1005 and all of a sudden I hear again and my Menieres disease goes away, and I don't want to do anything permanent because then that screws me up, right? And that would be super bad. I know it's a dream. It's a pipe dream. It's a lot of hopium. It's a lot of copium. I get it. If you're thinking about getting one of these, your doctor has recommended, try out the soft band first. I mean, I didn't walk around with it, but I tried it out to see what would it feel like to have something stuck to my head back here. And as somebody that does now permanently, I can tell you, this thing actually works. Legitimately, like, I can hear on my left side. I mean, it's not like, regular hearing, but it's not like the little like inside the can kind of conversation. Like, you can hear again. It's nice. You get past this, like, I mean, if anybody makes fun of you for this, you just tell them to knock it off. Tell them to grow up. I don't know. Give them a wet willy. No, don't assault anybody. Just tell them to knock it off, all right? This thing is actually super nice. It's, honestly, I would do it again. And if you're on the fence, I would say do it. I'll leave you with this. I just found out that this thing, there's a little button on here, and it holds up to 5 presets. So I have the normal range, and then last time when I went to see the nurse that tweaks it for me, I had her double the volume, like just go up 3 dB. Every 3 dB you go up, it doubles it, right? So I have a regular one, and then I have one like when in emergency, press the button, I can amplify everything up. And it does the job. Honestly, it does the job. I mean, I know a scar sucks, and if you've never had an implant like me, you're like nervous and everything. But honestly, surgery was great. I think the results speak for themselves. I can finally hear again on the left side when I want to. I have the option. This thing comes in all different colors. I mean, my doctor gave me like a year's worth of batteries. You go through the batteries maybe every 3 to 4 days. You got to pop another one in. This thing's great. Oh, I've dropped it in a fully like a 5-gallon bucket full of water. I dropped it. It sat there for like 30 minutes because I couldn't find it. I was on a ladder and it fell off into the water. And I finally found it. I dried it off and it worked. The thing's great. I've stuck it everywhere. This thing's easy to lose. So just get used to it before you take it out to like the fair. That's all I'm saying. All right. This video is long enough. Thank you for watching. I hope you like this. I hope it helps. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below. And before you subscribe, I just say this last thing. Just know that Menieres disease is not the only thing I'm going to put on my channel. I'm just starting here because honestly, I have no idea what to make for my YouTube videos. So I'm just going to start with what I know, what hits me right now, what can I share with you. And anyway, till the next one, take care.